Welcome, David. It's another wonderful day here at our Reflections moment. What do we run? About 9 minutes or so every Wednesday here
Yeah,
at the studios of Academy for Spiritual Awakening.
right. We have been very committed to do so, and here we are again.
Well, I hear you guys in Charlotte have been snowed in and kind of like hibernating bears down there.
We are not used to it down here. This is very rare, but these are rare times we're living in, right?
Oh, they sure are. And I know that you want to talk a little bit today about the suffering that we sense ourselves going through on so many different levels. That we're sensing in our emotional bodies, but in reality, there's much more freedom and available to us than we actually realize sometimes.
Oh, so true, so true. So really today I wanted to speak on something that's very simple, but maybe radical. Something that sounds almost too simple to be true.
Okay.
Something that challenges nearly everything we've been taught about healing and prayer and spirituality itself. What if the peace that you're seeking, what if the healing that you're working so hard for, what is the relief that you're trying to get to? All of that, wonder if that is something that you need not to achieve as you think you are.
Hmm.
Or do you? Maybe it takes just 3 seconds, and that's the idea of this talk, that we can take just a couple of seconds or so to recognize our true identity of our authentic self as a spiritual created being. I know this is mentioned in a lot of schools of thought, but I'm not sure it is really grasped into the consciousness of those who sit under this type of teaching. And maybe today we can contemplate this and bring it into our consciousness. That maybe we need not to spend time just trying to fix something because it's broken or to change something. But maybe in just a matter of a couple of 3 seconds, we can recognize what's already true.
Okay.
And the teacher said, when you know the truth, it shall make you free. So I think what he's talking about here, from my point of view, the free is from illusion, from misguided misinformation that has been validated in our belief systems. This teaching that has inspired me to talk about this today is from Joel Goldsmith, who was around many, many years ago and was such a spiritual influence of a lot of spiritual metaphysical thinking. Most of us were taught that if something's wrong, we must do something about it. For instance, if the body hurts, fix it. And if we
Yeah.
can't fix it, we go look for somebody else that can fix it. If the mind's ancient or in is if the mind is in anxiety,
Yes.
then we want to manage it and take a hold of it and control what's going on. If our heart is heavy, we want to analyze it. And if fear shows up, we're ready to fight it. We've got to do something. So wonder if all that we really needed to do was to recognize the truth. Many years ago, I was on a journey to find the truth. And I looked in many different churches, many religions, many groups of people, many spiritual movements was around the country in the 60s and the 70s. And I would get so excited when I found a new one because there would be something I would connect to and something would go off in my head. This is it. This is the one. This is what
Right.
you're looking for. This is the people's got the truth.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon I started disagreeing and I did not resonate with
Right.
the other teachings. So I moved on down the line to the next place and on it went until I kind of ran out of places to go, which is the
That's
best
right.
thing that could have happened to me.
That's right.
Kind of be still and know. So
Yep.
when I went into that stillness of myself, I was one day, of course, using the thing that I knew that I had downloaded, which was the Bible or scripture. And I was
Yeah.
just thumbing through scripture and came to a place where Jesus was standing before Pilate. Now, Pilate represents the powers to be, and that's the power to be in ourselves. It's not out there, it's in here. And he asked Jesus, what is the truth, Jesus? And
Right.
I was waiting for Jesus to reply and start preaching to him and telling him what he needed and what he needed to do. And he said nothing. There was no answer to that question, what is the truth? And Randall, I've learned that that was the greatest answer of all was
Yes.
I am the truth. I
Yeah.
don't have the truth. You see, Christianity is about trying to interpret Jesus of having the truth. And when we do that, we end up with dogma and doctrines that take us away from the true teachings of Jesus that has been lost for so long, but being discovered today in our time and our generation. So when Jesus finally said these powerful words, I am the truth, I
Hmm.
realized that truth wasn't to be found in a philosophy or a theology or even a spiritual school of thought, but actually it was in the identity of who I am. I am the truth. And what I'm
Yeah.
saying today and what I want to bring to our audience is maybe we just need to stop all the analyzing, all the fighting, all the fixing that we're trying to do, and just recognize that I am a spiritual created being, created in the likeness of my creator. And if you see
Yeah.
your creator as love, then that means you're love with a little L. If it's light, you're light with a little L. If you are peace, if it is peace, then you are peace. In other words, that's the Son of God. My mother used to say to me when one time I got mad at her and I said something kind of mean to her and called her a name. And she said, well, if I'm that, you're a little of that because you came from me. So that's what it means, the Son of God. We are the little expression of the whole that we came from. So therefore today, let's just recognize I am whole, I am
Yeah.
healthy, I am prosperous, I am blessed in this moment. And in 3 seconds, if we could grasp this, we could be awakened to our reality and truth and be set free from the illusions of the world around us.
Well, you're right on, as you know, with before we came on air, I was talking about, where's my joy today? I don't have joy. I'm feeling a lack of joy, So you're speaking right to me today. And I was asking you guys, can you give me some joy? And Tim said in the background, well, you have it, it's yours to begin with. So
That's right. That's right.
and
We
don't look
are the
for it,
joy.
on the outside of yourself. And what you've brought up to me is that I am, regardless of how I feel, I am. I am all of how I want to feel. It's all there, regardless of how I feel today.
Exactly. So that's two powerful words in the English language. I am. I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am capable. I can put anything after that, can't I?
Oh, yes. Anything positive or negative.
Yeah.
I am tired. I'm weary. I've had it. I am this. I am that. So that comes from us. We are the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Yes.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
we speak good, then I am is there to back it up. If I say I am well or I'm sick or I'm in lack, then it'll also back that up too.
Yeah. And part of what I hear and what you're saying is, if we focus a lot of our attention on how we might be feeling in the moment, that kind of robs us of our power because we're investing, as you've been teaching, we're investing in that feeling of lack or suffering and magnifying it rather than moving our attention to who we really are and what's really available.
That's good. So today, let's all, and anybody that's listening to us or hears this later, I challenge everyone to take the day that you hear this as a day in which you observe yourself and see where am I going to invest my energy today? I am well or I am sick. I am tired. I am prosperous with great strength and wisdom, and realize that you do have the power to declare who you are, and that word will be made flesh.
Yeah. Well, as we close here, I want to invite people to go to your website, www.davidhulse.com, and look into what you have there as a free sampling of your teachings and the books you've written. I just want to put that out there and let people know it's available. That's davidhulse.com. And thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Randall. Have a great day.
Here I am, here and now, in this moment.